Hello and welcome to this short video introducing some key information about the Modern Foreign Languages Department here at Settle College. We have two languages on offer when students join us in Year 7, and those are French and Spanish. Now from Year 7 students will study both languages, and in Year 9 for some students taking a language at GCSE will be compulsory, and for others they can choose whether or not they continue their language learning journey. Usually, the student's experience will be a 3-year or 5-year journey. Some may go that extra step further and take a language at A-level here at Settle College. Now, our students are not expected to be experts by the end of their journey, but we do support them all the way through Year 7, with the early introduction of greetings, the alphabet, numbers, colours and animals, and then building on those skills so that throughout the course they're able to grow in confidence, build their language skills, and their ability to interact with other people speaking French and Spanish. In Year 7, students usually have 3 lessons of both French and Spanish in our fortnightly timetable, and that is reduced to 2 lessons a fortnight in Year 8 and 9. At GCSE, this increases to 10 lessons a fortnight with our stage, not age approach. There are 4 key skill areas which our students will be focusing on throughout their learning journey. Those are listening, reading, speaking, and writing. We have a huge amount of topic areas focusing on those 4 skills. They get to talk about themselves and their loved ones, their pets, their hobbies, their career ambitions and education. And in GCSE, they even start talking about human rights and in the environment. And what is really interesting is that they can find themselves talking in another language about topics they would discuss with family and friends. There are some homework tasks in MFL, and some things that you do at home include project work, for example researching a Spanish festival or a French celebration. They would learn vocab and grammar, and we may also set tasks on Active Learn. Now languages are really important, and the vision of Settle College Languages Department is very clearly to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to study a language and that their doors are being opened, not closed. We want students' minds to be opened and their lives to become enriched by understanding what other cultures are about. And in our current climate, I think it's very restrictive to even consider that we don't need to learn a language because everyone speaks English anywhere. We don't want to be those people. We want to be forward-thinking and positive and reaching out to the rest of the world, saying, you know what? Yes, we do speak a really important language, but we also want to learn a really important language as well, through French and Spanish. Language learning opens our minds, helps train our brain in ways that maybe other subjects don't, and it's certainly been appreciated by businesses and employers who largely choose to employ someone with a second language over someone that doesn't. There are certain areas of assessment in MFL. We assess our students and check understanding regularly. This can be through small stakes quizzes, such as vocabulary tests or grammar tests, or more thorough assessments such as end-of-topic assessments or end-of-unit assessments. We tend to focus on the 4 key skill areas, listening, speaking, reading and writing, as those are classed as 25% assessment value at GCSE level. We also conduct activities in lessons such as Kahoot quizzes and mini whiteboard tasks to gain an understanding of progress and attainment. We understand that as parents, it can be quite daunting helping students study, revise and complete homework tasks for Spanish and French, especially if you don't know the language well. Here are some things that you can do to support your children as learners of a second language. Vocabulary quizzes. You could ask for the Spanish and French translations of your children for certain words. That way you're not speaking the language yourself, you're only asking the English. Another strategy could be that whatever the students learn in lesson, they could come home and teach you. You could test translation. If your children are completing a writing task, for example, you could ask them to translate it back to you into English. You could do some match-up activities with vocab. You could encourage vocabulary learning through our Memrise app. You could also encourage them to watch TV shows or listen to songs in the target language. YouTube has lots of popular children's shows translated into Spanish and French. You could encourage them to watch something like Bob Esponja, the Spanish SpongeBob, or Tintin in French. And the final thing is steering clear of just Google Translate It. This is something we see often as language teachers, and unfortunately the language produced via online translators is incredibly incorrect and misleading. It also doesn't benefit your child at all. Through using these apps, they're not applying their knowledge of key grammar and vocab, and they're not gaining anything from this. So please do avoid this as a means of assisting your child in MFL. We have certain extracurricular activities on offer for the students at Settle College. We have a weekly MFL film club where students can join us and watch a film in French and Spanish. Some films that we've watched recently are Coco, The Book of Life, and Tintin. We celebrate the European Day of Languages annually and hold whole school events celebrating languages. We've held a Great European Bake Off where students would bring in baked goods and their creations to celebrate languages. We have a Barcelona trip aimed at Key Stage 3 students so that they can put their language skills into practice in the streets of Barcelona. And we have a pen pal project where we are linked with a school in Spain. Now, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our department. The emails are displayed on the video now. Thank you very much for listening, and if you do have any further queries, please do get in touch. Thank you very much.